women's basketball team is into the Sweet 16 of the 2022 NCAA Women's Tournament, clearing Mercer in the first round and UCF by 5 points in the second round. This Huskies team is now at full strength with everybody playing, everybody in action that Coach Gino Auriemma needs, including superstar Paige Bueckers, who returned back on February 25th, about a month ago. She played in the final 2 games of the regular season against St. John's and Providence, through all of the Big East tournament, and now through the first 2 games of the NCAA tournament. In 13 games played this season, she has averages of 13.7 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 4.4 assists. She's shooting 55.6% from the floor and 38.5% from 3. In the first round game against Mercer in 24 minutes, she had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, as well as 2 steals. Against UCF in 32 minutes, she had 9 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. Something that we expected going into the NCAA tournament was an uptick in minutes for Paige Bueckers, an uptick in action for her out there on the floor, because physically, she says that she's back, but there is that mental aspect of coming back from an injury. And that part of it is probably even harder than the physical rehab, is getting your mind back into the game and getting adjusted to the speed of the game and how fast everything is and the contact. And that's something that we've seen Paige resist a little bit here. Obviously coming back from this knee injury is the contact, going after loose balls, and playing that physical style. And again, in these games that get really physical, like in that UCF game, those were times for Paige where she deferred to her teammates a little bit. But that's okay, because UConn has the personnel to win games, even if Paige Bueckers isn't having a monster outing, with 25 points in 33, 34, 5 minutes of action. They have Christyn Williams. They have Azzi Fudd, who's stepping up right now. They have the post players who need to be a little bit more consistent, but they have them. Caroline Ducharme did not play well in the UCF game, had a solid game against Mercer. That's another option. You have Evina Westbrook. This UConn team is so deep that they can rely on other players. Last year's UConn team was super reliant on Paige Bueckers. They needed her to pull them out of every deficit, get them out of every bad situation that they were in to have a chance to win. This team has other players that can pull them out of those tough games. And Paige is still there, and she's still leading this team. It's just in a different way. It's not by having to score all the points and be the only player with the basketball late in the game. Her presence out there on the floor, just having her as a threat out there, it makes the defense think. Even if she's out there, even if she's not scoring or shooting the basketball as much, they still have to account for her playmaking ability and scoring the basketball. So with that said, she is still the leader of this UConn team. It's just not in the way that we saw it last year, where she was playing at that National Player of the Year level, won that award, won every award imaginable. She's not that player right now coming off of this injury, but she will continue to get into form. Going into the Sweet 16 against Indiana, they're going to need shot making, and they're going to need playmaking against a very, very good team out of the Big Ten, the number 3 seed here in the Bridgeport region. So, again, for the fans out there, don't expect to see National Player of the Year Paige out there right now. Expect to see Paige Bueckers playing good, solid basketball. If she can chip in 12 to 15 points and help this UConn team that way, they're going to be just fine. Because, like other UConn fans have said, if everybody else can get to like 60 points, 65 points, and if Paige can add on another 10, 15, then that'll just be extra at that point. So they don't need Paige Bueckers to be the 2020-2021 Paige, where she had to take over every game. But they do need her to be a presence out there on the floor and make impact in every area. And we read out those stats there. She's done that. Mercer game, 12, 4, 5, and 2 steals. In the UCF game, 9 points, a rebound, 2 assists. And she's